Chapter 1. The Architecture of the Male Mind. There is a chaos familiar to many men. It's the feeling of being pulled in three directions at once. One part of you wants to build an empire, to work, to achieve, and to plan for the future. Another part just wants to sit on the couch, watch the game, and order a pizza. And then there's a third part, simmering under the surface. A restless, fiery energy that can flare into anger, pride, or a desperate need for respect. This internal tug-of-war is the source of the modern male crisis. It's the reason you can write a brilliant proposal at work and then come home and feel utterly paralyzed by a simple to-do list. It's the gap between who you want to be and who you are at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. We've been told that the solution is to work harder or be a man, but these commands are useless. They are like yelling at a car to drive better without ever looking at the engine. The foundational principle of self-mastery is this. The struggle for external success is a waste of time until you have established internal order. To win the war outside, you must first win the war within. And to do that, you need a map of the battlefield. The three-man team in your head. The ancient philosophers were obsessed with this problem. Plato, thousands of years before modern psychology, proposed a model that is still the most powerful blueprint for understanding ourselves. He argued that your mind isn't one single entity. It's a dynamic, conflicted system, like a three-man team trying to govern a city. For our purposes, let's call them the ruler, the warrior, and the beast. The ruler, reason. This is the CEO, the captain, the rational part of your mind. The ruler is dedicated to logic, wisdom, and long-term planning. It's the part of you that sets a budget, plans a workout, and seeks truth. Its only goal is to make the best, most rational decision for the good of the whole. The warrior, spirit. This is your engine. The warrior is the source of your emotions, passions, and sense of self-worth. It's your pride, your courage, your anger, and your loyalty. When channeled, it's the part of you that defends your family, attacks a difficult project, and refuses to quit. But left unchecked, it can become aggressive, arrogant, and explosive. The beast, appetite. This is the massive, primal force of desire. The beast houses your hunger for food, sex, comfort, and immediate gratification. It's not evil, it's the fuel. It's the part of you that says, I want that now. It wants what feels good, and it wants to avoid pain. It has no concept of tomorrow. The state of chaos, the modern crisis of masculinity, is fundamentally a failure of leadership. It's what happens when the ruler is asleep at the wheel. When the beast is left to run the show, it drives you toward escapism. It whispers for one more drink, one more hour of scrolling, one more episode. It leads to self-destructive habits that are really just attempts to quiet the chaos. When the warrior is left ungoverned, it creates the angry man stereotype. It struggles between bottling up every emotion until it detonates, or externalizing that fire as undirected rage. This internal disorder has a high cost. We see the symptoms everywhere. Nearly 1 in 10 men is fighting a silent battle with anxiety or depression. But less than half will ever ask for help. This is why men are 4 times more likely to die by suicide than women. This isn't a failure of strength. It's a failure of architecture. The ruler has abdicated the throne, and the beast and the warrior are burning the city to the ground. The prince who had nothing. So how does the ruler take back control? The path isn't paved with comfort. It's forged by necessity. The philosopher Machiavelli was fascinated by 2 different kinds of leaders. On one hand, you have the traditional prince, the man born to privilege. He inherits his kingdom. He operates in a loose environment with few rules and no real challenges. Because he lacks the biting heel of necessity, this man often lets the beast take charge. He grows soft, dependent, and squanders what others built. On the other hand, you have the new prince, the man who rises from the very bottom. He starts with nothing. He operates in a tight environment, where poverty, crisis, or profound dissatisfaction press in on him from all sides. This necessity is the new prince's greatest gift. It forces his ruler to wake up, to assume control, to be creative, and to develop real skill. It compels him to command his warrior and discipline his beast. The new prince doesn't have a kingdom. He becomes the man who can build one. The lesson is simple. If you feel comfortable, your ruler is likely asleep. Your dissatisfaction with your life is the tightness you need. It is the engine compelling you to change. The blueprint for mastery, 3 first actions. The journey to self-mastery begins with accepting radical personal responsibility. It is the ruler's job to impose order on the chaos. This is not about crushing your warrior or starving your beast. It's about leading them. True internal justice is when your rational mind governs your passions and your desires, aligning all 3 toward a single, worthy goal. You can start that alignment today. Begin with these 3 high-leverage actions. 1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back, physical order. This is not just folksy advice. It's a strategic physical command. Your mind and body are a feedback loop. A defeated, slouching posture signals to your own brain that you are low status, ineffectual, and ready to be defeated. It reinforces the feeling of being small. By consciously fixing your posture, you are using your body to send a new signal to your mind. You are physically telling your warrior and your beast to get in line. It is the first and most immediate way to signal to yourself and to the world that the ruler is taking charge. 2. Build a routine, structural order. Your body and mind are like an orchestra. If the drums come in at the wrong time and the violins are out of tune, you get noise. To get music, you need a conductor and a schedule. Identify the acts of life you repeat every day. Your wake-up time, your sleep schedule, your meals, your exercise. These must be turned into stable, reliable habits. A routine is the external manifestation of the ruler taking control. By building this stable foundation, you free up incredible amounts of mental energy. You stop managing the beast's random demands and start using your mind for higher, more rational tasks. 3. Pursue the meaningful, not the expedient, moral order. True mastery requires steering away from short-term satisfaction. The beast will always vote for what is expedient, what is easy, fast, and comfortable. The ruler must choose what is meaningful. Every day, you will face this choice. Do you tell the truth, or a small lie to avoid conflict? Do you do the hard work that matters, or the easy work that doesn't? If your actions are dishonest, manipulative, or directed at a goal you know to be hollow, you are lying to yourself. You are actively choosing chaos. The ruler's ultimate job is to seek truth. When you align your actions with what you know to be right, you align all 3 parts of your psyche. The warrior has a noble mission to fight for, and the beast learns to find joy in disciplined victory. This is the beginning of internal order. This is how you become the architect of your own mind. And that's it for today's deep dive into the architecture of the male mind. I truly hope you found this information helpful and thought-provoking. If you did, please consider giving this video a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to keep exploring these powerful ideas with me, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Let me know in the comments below what resonated with you most, or what other topics you'd love for me to cover. Your feedback means the world to me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.